up another. Eh? Well, one of them sat here, so if you move it one more. It's all right, it's all right.
Good afternoon and welcome to Ellen Road in Leeds for this the Slalom Lager Premiership final between Warrington and Halifax. The sides for today's game: the Warrington side at 1, Paul Ford; 2, Mark Foster; at 3 is Paul Cullen; 4, Ronnie Dwayne; 5, Brian Carvett; 6, Paul Bishop; at 7 is Andy Gregory; 8 is Les Boyd; 9, Kevin Tamati; 10, Bob Jackson; 11, Gary Sanderson; 12, Mark Roberts; at 13 for Warrington is Mike Gregory. The substitutes are Brian Johnson and Billy McGinty. The Halifax side at 1, Colin Whitfield; 2, Eddie Riddleston; 3, Tony Anderson; at 4, Chris Anderson; 5, Scott Wilson; 6 is John Crossley; 7, Gary Stevens; at 8, Mick Scott; 9, Seamus McCallion; 10 is Jeff Robinson; 11, Brian Juliff; 12, Neil James; 13, Paul Dixon. Substitutes for Halifax are Steve Smith and Steve Bond. So the two captains in the middle of the pitch, Les Boyd and Chris Anderson, meeting today's referee, Fred Lindop, and his two judges, Mr Cooper and Mr Walcott. And the coin being tossed. And the teams will change round, so Warrington will be playing from left to right in the white strip with the primrose and blue band. Halifax in the blue and white hoop jerseys with the white shorts. So Halifax, who finished first in the Slalom Lager Championship, Warrington fourth. And now they are battling out the Premiership final. Halifax will get the game underway. It'll be Colin Whitfield to get the game started. Kicks off, it's deep. Paul Bishop goes for it, juggles it, but takes it well. Has it on to Mark Foster going across field. Still going, good run there from Mark Foster. Kevin Tamati will take it this time. Goes himself on the play the ball. There's 3 Halifax players there to bring him down. This time it's Gregory, sends it left to Les Boyd. Boyd charges forward, knocks one man off, still going. Finally brought down. And the free kick to Warrington. First free kick of the match. And the ball put safely to touch over on that far side. Second part of the penalty. Tamati takes the tap, has it on to Jackson. Jackson charges forward, stops short of the halfway line. Tamati once more onto Boyd. Boyd charges forward, takes place out the Halifax half of the field. Still going despite the attentions of 3 or 4 Halifax players. Tamati once more onto Gregory. Gregory looking for the gap, beats one man, still going. Following to Mick Scott. Tamati once more, onto Bishop, little chip kick through. Bouncing on, the kick on, Jackson's there, finally picked up, Warrington back in possession. Inside the Halifax 25, back to the chip there from Paul Bishop. Goes left, Bishop once more, onto Jackson, Jackson still going. Finally brought down by Brian Julie, 6 tackled out for Warrington inside the Halifax 25. Tamati, Gregory, lines himself up for the drop goal, charge down, Gregory has it once more. Warrington back in possession, 6 tackles. Ball being charged down. Tamati from the play the ball, hands it on to Les Boyd. Boyd charges forward once again, throws the ball back to Tamati. Tamati now stays up, goes forward. Warrington now pressing the early minutes of this Premiership final. Gregory will take it. Sends it on to Sanderson. Sanderson charges forward. Warrington inching towards the Halifax line. Tamati onto Mike Gregory. Gregory moving forward. This time it goes on to Boyd. Boyd charges forward. It's there! Warrington open his third try from Les Boyd. A great try. The run-around move. And Boyd charged over. That's the first point of the final. A try for Les Boyd. And it's the Warrington fans who are starting to cheer first. A try from Les Boyd in the second minute of the game. Warrington 4, Halifax 0. 2 minutes gone, and Warrington in the lead, 4 points to 0. So Paul Bishop trying to add a further 2 points. Bishop comes up, and he puts it wide of the post. So the score remains Warrington 4, Halifax 0, a try from Les Boyd.
Win this strong.
So Halifax then to restart. Once again it's Colin Whitfield, another long deep kick. Once again taken safely this time by Mark Roberts. Roberts coming out of his 125 beats. Well man, great run hit by Mark Roberts is away. Great break there from Mark Roberts. Mark Roberts, great break. Warrington now. Les Boyd charging forward this time. And Warrington making good ground at the moment. Tamati once more, onto Gregory. Gregory, little kick through. But this time Halifax in possession, Mick Scott. So Halifax have the ball for the first time. Stevens onto Anderson. Anderson, a nice pass there. It's over to the wingman now, Scott Wilson. Wilson moving forward. Good tackle coming in from Paul Cullen. Juliff goes himself on the play the ball. Onto Stevens, to Scott. Scott, a loose pass, but retrieved well. It's now Tony Anderson. Anderson, Wayne's there with Paul Bishop, and they bring him down well. Riddleston misses the ball. It to the referee. Anderson, chip through. Paul Ford goes for it, takes it safely. Fair play there for full-back ball forward, but offside. Free kick going to Halifax. A bit of obstruction. So a chance then for Colin Whitfield to pull 2 points back for Halifax. And the ball falls down.
I'm not sure. I think it might have been Joanne, but I wouldn't like to say.
So Colin Whitfield once again. Whitfield then comes up. And a nice goal from Colin Whitfield. Makes the score Warrington 4, Halifax 2. 6 minutes gone. And Halifax pulled 2 points back. A goal from Colin Whitfield. Paul Bishop then restarts. Whitfield's there, takes it safely. Coming out to his own 25, goes across field. Gary Sanderson brings him down well. The attentions of Bob Jackson. James goes forward. This time it's Robinson. Charging forward. Some good tackling coming in from the Warrington forwards. Stevens with the kick. A good kick from Gary Stevens. Taking play back inside the Warrington half of the field. So the first scrum of the Premiership final. Just a couple of yards inside the Warrington half. Gregory puts the ball in. Halifax in possession. Crossley. Good tackle though from Paul Bishop. Riddleston goes himself and they play the ball. Gets away from one tackle. Still going. Good run there from the Halifax winger Eddie Riddleston. Robinson. McCallion takes it this time onto Stevens to make Scott. Scott. Back it goes this time. Neil James. McCallion once more. Onto Stevens. Stevens. A long pass. And a break now here for Paul Dixon. Dixon's away. He's got the ball. Dixon's still going. And it'll be try for Halifax for Chris Anderson. Big try there for Halifax. Try scorer Chris Anderson. And Halifax take the lead in the 8th minute. Paul Dixon, the loose forward, saw the gap and timed his pass perfectly, and Chris Anderson went over for a try in the corner. Makes it Warrington 4, Halifax 6. So Colin Whitfield to try and convert the Chris Anderson try. It's nicely struck and safely through from Colin Whitfield. Halifax 8 points, Warrington 4, 9 minutes gone. And that early Warrington lead being wiped out in the space of 7 minutes. Bishop then restarts. Neil James takes it safely. He's well tackled by Kevin Tamati. McCallion onto Scott. Scott to Julius. Julius still going. Makes it to the 25 before he's brought down. McCallion once more to Stevens. To Robinson. McCallion once more. Back to Gary Stevens. Little kick through. Tamati dives on it, but the free kick goes to Halifax. Obstruction there against Gary Stevens. Defender there, Mark Roberts. So Whitfield with the kick for touch, and it's a good one. Over on that far side, puts it safely into touch. Stevens onto Scott. Scott though, well tackled by Les Boyd. Goes at a time, Stevens. James. Good run there from Neil James. McCallion once more onto Robinson. Robinson goes the ball away and he's intercepted by Mike Gregory. Nicely spotted there by Mike Gregory against Warrington possession. Tamati this time onto Gregory. Gregory and offside against Chris Anderson. Gives Warrington the free kick. And Paul Bishop with the free kick. Puts it safely into touch. Chance now here for Warrington. 6 tackles. Tamati will take it. And tap will have to be taken again. Tamati takes it onto Bishop. Bishop to Roberts. Roberts straightens up. Still going. He's going for the line. Good tackle coming in from Colin Whitfield. Just held a couple of inches short of the Halifax line. Tamati this time. Dummies. They're being pushed back. Mike Gregory this time onto Andy Gregory. Gregory, dummies. Onto Sanderson. Sanderson looking for the gap. And a good pass there. Bishop goes for the play. The ball is over. Paul Bishop. That man is there again. Paul Bishop ties the scores at the 13th minute. Makes it 8-all. A try from Paul Bishop. So Paul Bishop to try and convert his own try. He's already failed with one attempt. But once again, ball being blown over. So Andy Gregory will tee it up. So Paul Bishop comes up. Nicely struck, but once again it goes wide of the posts. And makes it Warrington 8, Halifax 8. Halifax restart. Mike Gregory's there for Warrington. Takes it safely. Runs forward. Well tackled over by Brian Julius. Tamati onto Sanderson. Tamati once more, onto Andy Gregory, to Jackson. Jackson goes forward. The referee will bring it back. For a forward pass. Goes Stevens to put the ball in. And a free kick to Halifax. And the referee calling over Kevin Tamati. So Colin Whitfield with the kick for touch. Safely done, and now a chance here for Halifax. McCallion will take it. Stevens, James. Good tackle going in there for Warrington. Let Stevens once more. Juliff. Stevens, nice pass. Once again, some good tackling coming over from Warrington. Defence over in that far side. Going left this time, Scott. Goes back this time to Anderson. Little kick through. Ford and Cullen go for it, but the ball goes dead. But Warrington will have a tap from their own 25. Tamati takes it, hands it on to Jackson. Jackson. Tamati once more to Gregory. On to Boyd. Boyd though, couldn't get his pass away. Sanderson. Tamati once more to Gregory. To Paul Bishop. Bishop to Mike Gregory. Mike Gregory. He's just brought down. Paul Bishop this time with the kick for touch. And a good kick there from Paul Bishop. Nice, intelligent, tactical kick. Sending play back inside the Halifax half of the field for a scrum down. Stevens then puts the ball in, comes out on the Halifax side, Crossley, Whitfield now, got across field, he's well tackled, Paul Cullen. This time it's Anderson. And the free kick to Halifax against Paul Bishop. Not letting Tony Anderson get up and play the ball. So Colin Whitfield has a chance to make some extra yards for Halifax. McCallion will take it onto Stevens. Good strong tackle going in there from Jackson and Boyd. Stevens sends it onto Crossley. Pass out there. A nice break by Anderson. And a good tackle. Anderson is pushed into touch by Ronnie Dwayne. So the scrum down over on that far side. Gregory puts the ball in out on the Warrington side. This time it's Carbett. Mike Gregory hands it on to Tamati. Tamati moves forward, gets it away to Mike Gregory. Gregory, a long pass, taken now by Paul Cullen. Cullen, he's well tackled. Paul Ford goes himself, and offside against Brian Juliff. Gives Warrington the free kick. Once again, Paul Bishop puts the ball safely into touch. Tamati onto Jackson. Jackson moving forward. Tackled by Scott and Robinson. Tamati onto Boyd. Boyd back to Tamati. Tamati straightens up, still going. Knocks off one man, Tamati still going, moving forward, knocks another one off. Good run there for Kevin Tamati, still going. Great run there for Tamati. Bishop to Gregory. Gregory now gets the pass, the ball goes loose, and it's Halifax in possession with Riddleston. Riddleston then goes himself. McCallion onto Scott. Scott to Juliff. Juliff though can't get through the tackles of Bob Jackson. Stevens. Crossley with the kick. Downfield. Paul Ford goes for it. Takes it safely. Paul Ford then gets away from Anderson. Good run from Paul Ford. And still gets away. Paul Ford still going. Good run there from Paul Ford. Chris Anderson finally coming back to bring him down. This time it's Tamati. Hands it on to Mike Gregory. Gregory moving forward. Finally brought down by Paul Dixon. This time it's Tamati once more. Boyd charges forward. With a good run from Les Boyd. Tamati to Gregory. Bishop back to Gregory. Gregory looking for the gap. Gets the pass away but it goes loose. Finally picked up but the free kick goes to Warrington. Warrington at the moment with two players injured. Paul Ford and Mark Roberts.
Roberts flanked by Robinson.
And Mark Roberts finally gets to his feet along with Paul Ford, but Paul Ford will take no further part in this Premiership final, unfortunately limping off to be replaced by Brian Johnson. Getting a good round of applause for all the Warrington fans there, Paul Ford. Meanwhile, Paul Bishop has a chance to take Warrington into the lead. Bishop then comes up, and once again he's missed. And that's 3 kicks now that Paul Bishop has squandered. And the referee telling Brian Johnson to go over, register that he's come on with the linesman. And now Brian Johnson can take part in the match. So, Colin Whitfield to drop out from his own 25. Mark Gregory stops it with his foot, picks it up. Charges forward. Takes play back inside the Halifax half of the field. Tamati goes himself. Brought down this time by Juliff. This time it's Gregory, goes himself. Gets the ball away to Paul Bishop. Bishop now's got a break, he's only got Whitfield in front of him. Goes for support, gets away from Whitfield, still going, good run from Bishop. Finally brought down by Anderson. Suspicion of a high tackle there from Whitfield. But free kick to Warrington. It's Chris Anderson pulling Paul Bishop down as he played the ball. So will it be full time looking for Paul Bishop? So Paul Bishop. This time it's there. And it's now Warrington 10, Halifax 8, 24 minutes gone. Whitfield restarts. Sanderson takes it safely. Gets away from one tackle. Another good run from Sanderson. Tamati onto Mike Gregory. Gregory brought down this time by Robinson. Tamati again onto Jackson. Jackson. Tamati this time onto Andy Gregory. Gregory looking for the gap. Just caught by Stevens. Gets back up and the free kick goes to Halifax. Referee Mr. Lindup said that Andy Gregory was tackled. So, a chance for Colin Whitfield. He's already kicked 2 goals. So Whitfield, once again it's nicely struck, but this time it goes wide of the posts. Brian Carvett has it. Good run here from Brian Carvett, but the referee will take play back. And Warrington have a drop out underneath their own posts. Long kick. Whitfield finally stops it. Cook runs forward. A good tackling, pushing Whitfield back there. 3-1 plays in the tackle. McCallion onto Stevens. Stevens has it onto Juliff. Juliff makes a few yards before he's brought down. McCallion once more, onto Stevens. Stevens to Crossley. Crossley, what a good tackle going in this time. There's Boyd. Stevens once more. Nice pass out to Robinson. Robinson gets the pass away to Anderson. Anderson with the kick forward. But that will go dead. And Warrington will have a tap from their own 25. Gregory takes it, hands it on to Mike Gregory. Tamati to Sanderson. Gregory once again. Plays it back to Jackson. Jackson straightens up. Goes back to Paul Bishop. Bishop with the kick. Whitfield comes for it, takes it. Brought down though by Paul Cullen. Anderson. Wilson. McCallion once again to Stevens. Stevens goes left. Finally goes himself, but he's stopped by Bob Jackson. Scott onto Juliff. Juliff. Some good tackling coming in from Warrington. Halifax still inside their own half of the field. Anderson goes left with Robinson. Robinson. Les Boyd is there and brings him down. With the assistance of Kevin Tamati, 6th tackle for Halifax. Stevens going across field, looks for the gap, but good tackle coming in. The ball goes loose. A kick from Riddleston. So Halifax now make a substitution. Steve Bond is on, and Neil James goes off. Meanwhile we have a scrum down over on the far side of the field. Gregory puts the ball in. Warrington in possession. Mike Gregory comes away with it. This time it's Andy Gregory. Gregory goes himself. Takes place down the Halifax side of the field before he's brought down. Paul Bishop. This time it's Mike Gregory looking for the gap. Good tackle put in though. From the substitute Bond. This time it's Tamty moving forward. Knocks off John Crossley. Brought down by Juliff. Sanderson to Bishop. To Jackson. Jackson. He's well tackled by Robinson. Bishop once more to Andy Gregory. Gregory goes left this time. Long pass out looking for Carbett. Carbett takes it well. And Carbett will be pushed into touch over on that far side by Riddleston and Anderson. Ball is run down. Stevens puts the ball in, comes out on the Halifax side. Riddleston. He's well tackled by Paul Bishop and Mike Gregory. This time it's a substitute Bond. That's in half back to McCallion. Sends it on to Stevens. Stevens to Juliff. He's well tackled on by Andy Gregory. With the assistance of Bob Jackson. McCallion once more to Stevens. Scott onto Crossley. Crossley. He's well tackled by Mark Roberts and Paul Cullen. Anderson to Stevens. Bond loses the ball and Warrington back in possession. Tamati onto Andy Gregory. Gregory now moving forward. Looking for a gap. And the ball goes loose and a break now here for Halifax. Good tackle going in from Carbett. Put the ball away, Riddleston. A good tackle all coming over on that far side. By Ronnie Dwayne. So ball in the scrum once more. And Halifax in possession. Whitfield going across field. Well tackle low. Ronnie Dwayne. Crossley goes himself. Dwayne's there once more. Stevens goes left. Plays it back to Anderson. Anderson knows, well tackled. Paul Bishop. Stevens to Robinson. Robinson knocks off one man. Gets the ball away. Good tackle from Mike Gregory. And this game now, some hard tackles coming in. This time it's on to Anderson. Anderson with the kick, kicks it. Mark Foster's there, takes it safely. And it's tackled finally by Chris Anderson. Paul Cullen to Andy Gregory. Gregory moving forward. Tamty's that's in half back. Dummies goes himself. Gutton finds the gap. Good run there from Kevin Tamati from the play of the ball. This time it's Sanderson. Plays it on to Jackson. Jackson looks in field. Finally brought down by Juliff. Makes another few important yards. Goes on to Gregory. To Bishop. Back to Gregory. So 6 tackle for Warrington, midway side the Halifax side of the field. Paul Bishop takes it himself, looks for the drop goal. But this time he's not successful. Halifax have a tap from the 25. Bond moves forward. McCallion sends it on to Stevens. Stevens goes back left to Scott. Juliff gets away from one tackle, still going. So brought down by Paul Cullen and Andy Gregory. Wilson. Paul Cullen's there once more, this time with Bob Jackson. McCallion to Stevens. And the ball goes loose and Sanderson's there to pick it up for Warrington. Ball goes back, Tamati. But referee says a knock on and a scrum down. 5 minutes left in the first half. It's Warrington 10, Halifax 8. Warrington have a free kick. Paul Bishop with the kick for touch. Left-footed. And a good kick from Paul Bishop. Sending down Warrington near to that Halifax line. Will we see the set move? A great kick for Sanderson. He's held over the Halifax line. Gregory. He's caught, throws it back. Les Boyd. Les Boyd back to Roberts. Roberts not going for the try. That Roberts is there. Oh, the referee has said no try. Double movements. And Halifax are let off. Mark Roberts is tried, disallowed, a double movement. They look very, very close from where we're sitting. The referee stops the clock for an injury to those Halifax players who tried to stop Mark Roberts.
Attention please, ladies and gentlemen. We have a message for Mr. Fee of Halifax. Will you please contact the Secretary's office? Mr. Fee from Halifax, please contact the Secretary's office.
So Colin Whitfield with the kick for touch. Safe one. Callion will take it. Riddleston. And Riddleston being pushed back. Stevens goes himself. Callion once more. Juliff straightens up. Got some good tackling coming in there. Bob Jackson and Paul Bishop. Scott. And Scott is well tackled. Halifax losing ground at the moment. This time it goes back. The kick comes in from Colin Whitfield. Brian Johnson, first touch of the game, moves forward. Well tackled all by Chris Anderson. Mike Gregory goes himself on the play of the ball. Paul Cullen to Gregory. Gregory. Well, stopped by Bond. The assistants of Stevens and Robinson. Cullen to Tamati. Tamati now moving forward. Plays it back to Boyd. Boyd now moving forward. Gets the ball away, but the pass is intercepted by Scott Wilson. And Kevin Tamati looks like he'll be penalised. But Mike Gregory, this is who's called over. And now it is Kevin Tamati. He'll be called over to Mr. Lindop for landing a punch in that tackle. Whitfield then puts the ball into touch. Stevens onto Robinson. Good tackle coming in there. Les Boyd, Gary Sanderson and Kevin Tamati. McCallion to Stevens, but the referee will say that Mike Gregory was offside. And that will give Halifax the free kick. So once again, Colin in the last minute of the first half, we'll try and add a further 2 points to the Halifax score. So Colin Whitfield. It looks a good one, and it is. And that makes the score Warrington 10, Halifax 10. So Paul Bishop restarts now in injury time in the first half. Steve Bond. And he's got tackles and Bond's away. Bishop coming for him. Good tackle from Paul Bishop. And there goes the hooter for half time. Just as Paul Bishop made a good tackle. And now the referee is going to call over Andy Gregory. A bit of hassle at the end of the first half. And the referee calling the players back onto the pitch. So drama here at the end of the first half. A free kick going to Halifax, which if Colin Whitfield can kick, it will take Halifax into a 12-10 lead at half time. So Colin Whitfield, an important kick, comes up and puts it wide and short. Brian Johnson puts the ball down, and now the players will go off for the half-time interval, which sees the teams going all square at 10 points each. Warrington, a try from Paul Bishop, a try from Les Boyd, and 1 goal from Paul Bishop. Halifax, a try from Chris Anderson, 3 goals from Colin Whitfield. So the teams going here in the Premiership final at Ellen Road with the score Halifax 10, Warrington 10. So the teams return for this second half, which sees the score at Warrington 10, Halifax 10. 40 minutes remain to see which team will lift the Slam Lager Premiership trophy. So Paul Bishop restarts the second half, a long kick. And a good kick there from Paul Bishop. Catching the Halifax players unaware with that kick. And Halifax will drop out underneath their own posts in the early seconds of the second half. Long drop out, Matt Foster's there, takes it safely. Matt Foster moving forward. This time it's Bob Jackson. Jackson charges forward, makes a few yards before he's brought down. This time it's Gary Sanderson going across field. Samity to Gregory. Gregory going across field. Back to Mike Gregory. Gregory straightens up. But no, it's a buzzing around his right hand side. It's Andy Gregory. Gregory out to Les Boyd. Boyd now gets the pass away. Just charged down. Picked up by Paul Cullen. Paul Cullen still going. And 6 more tackles now for Warrington. Samity got one across field. Straightens up. Gregory's acting halfback. Sends it on to Sanderson. Sanderson charges forward. This time it goes on to Mike Gregory. Gregory charges forward. Plays the ball quickly. Samity. Warrington inching closer to that Halifax line. Samity's it over himself and Warrington take the lead. Kevin Samity scores for Warrington. A quick play the ball, kicks it over himself. And Warrington take the lead. 2 minutes into the second half. And Kevin Samity from the play the ball kicks it through himself and takes Warrington into the lead. And now it's the Warrington supporters who are jubilant. And right at the beginning of the second half, Warrington take the lead. Kevin Samity gets his name on the score sheet. So Paul Bishop, it's safely through. It's Warrington 16, Halifax 10. And Warrington take the lead at the start of this second half. A try from Kevin Samity, converted by Paul Bishop. Crossley restarts. Mike Gregory's there, takes it safely. Charges forward. Brought down by Robinson. Samity from the play the ball, goes himself. Knocks off one man. Good run there from Kevin Samity. This time it's Cullen. On to Boyd. Boyd moving forward. Samity once more. On to Gregory. Gregory, cross field. Mike Gregory, he's brought down. Andy Gregory plays it back to Paul Bishop. Bishop with the kick downfield. Safely taken by Wilson. Wilson's well tackled. That's then with Gary Stevens onto John Crossley. Crossley. Good tackle coming in there. Bob Jackson and Paul Cullen. Stevens once more to Riddlesden. Great now here, the ball's locked, it's Paul Bishop. Bishop now moving forward, onto Gregory. Gregory goes back left, still going. And Warrington back in possession now, 5 more tackles. Goes out to Paul Bishop. Bishop onto Mike Gregory. Gregory going forward. Got some good Halifax tackling coming in. Samity once more, goes himself. This time stopped by Mick Scott. Bishop to Sanderson. Sanderson makes a couple of yards before he's brought down. Gregory to Bishop. Back to Gregory. Plays it back to Les Boyd. Boyd charges forward. Sixth tackle goes back to Paul Bishop. The drop goal. Hanging awkwardly. Mike Gregory cuts for it. The ball goes loose. It's the post. And the try is it. It must be. Yes! Warrington score. Mike Gregory's there for Warrington. It was a mistake there. John Crossley let the ball bounce. The ball went loose. It hit the post. And Warrington now have another try of the boy. But it's Mike Gregory this time who scores it. Well, the announcer gives it to Bob Jackson. But whatever it is, it's a try for Warrington. Bishop. It's there, and Warrington taking command at the start of the second half. So Warrington now take command at 22 points to 10. That's a good kick. And over the head of Brian Johnson. Oh, Bob Jackson being credited for that try. It was a scramble. As first the ball went loose. Then it hit the post. Riddleston went for it. Gregory dived for it. Then Jackson must have dived over the top and put his hand on the ball to score. It's 22-10, but it's Halifax now pressing forward. It's Riddleston. Good tackle coming in from Sanderson and Dwayne. McCallion to Stevens. Stevens onto Juliff. Juliff moving forward. Good tackle coming in there from Ronnie Dwayne and Bob Jackson. McCallion once more. Sends it left with Stevens. Onto Scott. Scott straightens up those for the gap. He's away. Mick Scott just caught by Mike Gregory. Good tackle there from Mike Gregory. Just caught Scott's heels as he went through. Stevens goes right this time. Knocks the ball back. The ball goes loose. Halifax still in possession, but that will be a knock on and a scrum down. So a scrum down midway inside the Warrington 25. Gregory puts the ball in. Has it. Goes across field. And loses the ball. It's Halifax now. Anderson throws it out to Juliff. Juliff onto Wilson. Wilson now hands it on to Anderson. Anderson going for the corner. Gets the ball away, but it's a poor pass. And it goes into touch for a scrum down. So Gregory puts the ball in, Warrington in possession, goes blindside. And there's 4 players there, shepherding Andy Gregory. This time it's Tamati. Moving forward, still going. Good run from Tamati, still gets away from one tackle. Gregory hands it on to Mike Gregory. Mike Gregory, good run, gets the ball away. Andy Gregory will pick this one up. Knocks off one man. Finally straightens up. A high tackle coming in there. Referee said it was okay. Tamati goes blindside, moves forward. Andy Gregory onto Bob Jackson. Jackson moving forward. 6 tackle then for Warrington. Gregory plays it back to Paul Bishop. Bishop downfield over the head of Colin Whitfield. Whitfield having to go back for it, picks it up safely. Goes across field, well tackled by Gary Sanderson. This time it goes on to Riddleston. Riddleston moving forward. Good run there from Eddie Riddleston. Halifax winger. Riddleston to Anderson. Anderson, nice pass there. Well, some good tackling going there from Bob Jackson. Stevens, dummies, good tackle coming in from Paul Bishop. McCallion onto Anderson. Anderson with the kick. Brian Carver though couldn't stop it. Went over his head and into touch for a scrum down. Ten minutes gone. It's Halifax 10, Warrington 22. Stevens puts the ball in. Halifax in possession. Crossley gets the ball again. Going, finds the gap. Gets the ball away. Ball goes loose. Finally picked up. Halifax still in possession with Scott Wilson. Wilson gets up once more. Still running. Good tackle coming in from Paul Cullen. Halifax then now pressing inside the Warrington 25. McCallion, Juliff. And Warrington in possession. Well played there from Mike Gregory. This time it's Les Boyd. Les Boyd makes a few yards before he's brought down. Tamati to Gregory. Gregory gets away. And the ball goes loose, but Gregory retrieves it. Tamati's acting half-back. Sends it on to Bob Jackson. Jackson. And Warrington now goes on to Bishop. Bishop on to Mark Roberts. Mark Roberts now has got a gap. Roberts still going. Good break there from Mark Roberts. Sixth tackle. Bishop. Kick across field. Rilston goes for it. Bouncing awkwardly for him. Knocks the ball on. Bounced awkwardly for the wingman there, Eddie Rilston, and he knocked the ball on. Forrest run down. So Gregory will put the ball in. Comes out on the Warrington side. Paul Bishop to Dwayne. Back to Bishop. Bishop skips away from one tackle. Finally caught though by Anderson. And then the ball's pinched. Bishop gets back up. This time now Warrington pressing forward. Tamati on to now Mike Gregory. Gregory though just brought down as he got for the gap. Warrington now pressing forward. Andy Gregory going across field. Back to Sanderson. Sanderson looking for the gap. Good tackle. Gets the ball away though. Warrington now throwing the ball about well. Tamati goes himself. Now Warrington pressing forward at the fans behind that try line now, trying to get behind the team. Cullen, kick for the corner. And so Halifax have a tap from their own 25-yard line. Brian Juliff. He's stopped by Mark Roberts and Bob Jackson. Halifax playing it through the forwards. McCallion plays it back this time to Stevens. Stevens gets away from one man, but can't get away from Kevin Tamati. And an injury now to Gary Stevens. Good run there. McCallion to Crossley. Long pass out. The ball is knocked on. It's Les Boyd now. He's got the break. Boyd charging forward. Goes back inside. Les Boyd still going. Good run there from Les Boyd. Gregory throws the ball away. Chance here for Riddleston. And Halifax back in possession. Juliff. He's well tackled by Paul Bishop and Andy Gregory. McCallion to Scott. Scott, but once again Paul Bishop is there with Andy Gregory. And Gary Sanderson. Stevens. Anderson. Bond. Well, Warrington up well to bring them down. Stevens. The kick through. Johnson will come for it. It's kicked on, but that will be offside against John Crossley. Bishop then puts the ball safely into touch. Tap taken. Bishop. Gregory got across field, but play will be brought back. Warrington penalised there for obstruction. The kick from Whitfield, safely into touch over on that far side. Halifax now moving it across, but some good tackling coming in that time from Gary Sanderson and Les Boyd. Robinson throws the ball away. Chance now for Halifax, but good tackle coming in this time from Gregory. Stevens, Anderson to Crossley, to Scott, but Mark Roberts is there. Brian Juliff onto Gary Stevens. Anderson is tackled hard, loses the ball. Whitfield, and he's well tackled, and Halifax lose a good 10 to 20 yards, but they have 6 more tackles. Anderson plays it. Seamus McCallion onto Stevens. He's stopped by Sanderson and Kevin Tameter. McCallion once more to Juliff. He's well tackled again by Gary Sanderson. McCallion to Stevens with the kick, and a good one. So the scrum down, Gregory puts the ball in, and Warrington in possession. Bishop, he's caught by Anderson. This time it's Andy Gregory. Right way though, drops the ball. From the pass from Andy Gregory. And a free kick to Halifax. A loose arm in the scrum. Whitfield with the kick, puts it safely into touch. And Halifax now pull some points back. Stevens, Bond. Mick Scott onto Juliff. Stevens going left, back to Anderson. Anderson moving forward. Good run there from Anderson. Finally been stopped by Johnson and Gregory. Colin Whitfield to Stevens. Stevens with the kick through. Bouncing awkwardly, finally kicked away and then punched away by Mark Foster. We're now halfway through the second half, and it's Halifax 10, Warrington 22. Bishop drops out. Whitfield comes for it, takes it safely, moves forward, but is upended and well tackled by Mark Roberts. Seamus McCallion sends it on to Mick Scott. Good run, finally brought down by Mike Gregory. McCallion to Stevens. Stevens looking for the gap. Tackled by Andy Gregory. McCallion gets away from Sanderson. Good run here from McCallion. Finally having been tackled by Mark Roberts, but it's Halifax now pressing. Anderson to Stevens. Anderson. And the ball goes loose, and it's Warrington who have it with Les Boyd. Les Boyd charging forward. Good run there for Les Boyd. Just knocked one player off his if he wasn't there. Mike Gregory. Andy Gregory tries to get the ball away, but held in a tackle. Tamati to Paul Bishop. Bishop with a little kick through. Paul Bishop's after it. Colin Whitfield comes for it though. Nice little run there from Whitfield, but he's well tackled there by Kevin Tamati. Anderson back to Tony Anderson. Anderson gets away from one tackle, but Les Boyd is there to stop him. McCallion to Stevens. Stevens back to Bond. Bond back to Stevens. Stevens, nice pass now. McCallion, but he's brought down by Sanderson and Mark Roberts. Stevens. Anderson drops it. Andy Gregory now has got it on the break. Away from one man. Gregory still going, but Carbett came inside. This time it is Brian Carbett. Hands it on to Les Boyd. Boyd is stopped by Mick Scott. Gregory on to Dwayne. Dwayne just caught up by Scott. Bob Jackson. Jackson tackles short of the halfway line. Tamati this time on to Andy Gregory. Gregory to Bishop. Bishop. So 6 tackle now for Warrington. Sanderson plays it to Gregory. Gregory, little chip through. Finally picked up by Paul Cullen. Cullen now beats one man through. Away to Mark Foster. Mark Foster will go in for a great try. And Mark Foster's there. The little kick through, and Paul Cullen followed it up. And he put the pass on to Mark Foster. And Mark Foster went in for a great try. Which makes it 26 points to 10. And it looks now like Warrington will put their name on the Premiership trophy for the first time. And it's the Warrington fans now over in that corner who are celebrating. After that try by Mark Foster. So Paul Bishop just try and add a further 2 points to the Warrington total. Comes up, but puts it wide of the post. And it's Warrington now 26 points to 10 in the lead. So Colin Whitfield restarts with a good kick, and once again it's a nice one. Just beating Brian Johnson, so Warrington having to drop out from underneath their own posts. With 15 minutes remaining. Nice kick there from Paul Bishop. Whitfield collects it safely. It gets away from one tackle, finally brought down by Mike Gregory. Stevens onto Bond. Ball goes loose. Play out, says the referee. Stevens on to Mick Scott. Scott, once again, some good tackling coming in from Warrington. Robinson moving forward and loses the ball, and Mike Gregory has it. And Warrington back in possession. It's on to Les Boyd. Boyd knocks off Scott, hands it on to Gregory. Gregory to Jackson. Jackson finally straightens up, makes a few yards before he's brought down. Gregory on to Sanderson. Tamati will go acting halfback. Sends it on to Andy Gregory. Gregory, dummies, straightens up. Just couldn't get his pass away. Kevin Tamati once more. Plays it back to Paul Bishop. Bishop with the kick downfield. Whitfield going for it. Finally picks it up. Coming out of his own 25. But well tackled by Rennie Dwayne and Bob Jackson. Stevens to Riddleston, but offside against Mark Roberts. And Warrington about to make their second substitution of the game. And Gary Sanderson will leave the field to be replaced by Billy McGinty. Getting a good round of applause from the Warrington fans. Meanwhile, Colin Whitfield puts the ball into touch from that free kick. Warrington now just 13 minutes away from victory, as McCallion will take this tap. Stevens to Robinson. Robinson. And McGinty makes his first tackle of the match, along with Kevin Tamati. Scott finally plays it back to Anderson, going across field. Stevens. He's well tackled once more. Goes left this time with Anderson. Nice pass on to Juliff. But once again, some good tackling coming in this time from McGinty. Nice run there from Juliff. Gets the ball away to Crossley now. Crossley's going down the wing. Bishop's following him. Johnson's going as well. Beats both tackled short. He's tackled a couple of inches. 6 tackle now for Halifax. Five played out to Stevens, but he's well tackled. Good tackle that coming in from Mark Roberts. But Halifax is the 6th tackle and the turnover. Les Boyd takes it. He's being pushed back. This time it's Tamati. This time it's Bob Jackson. Jackson head down, makes a few yards before he's brought down. This time it's McGinty. McGinty charges forward. Good run there from Billy McGinty. This time it's Andy Gregory. Gregory. He's brought down. Paul Bishop. Kicks downfield. It looks a good one. Riddleston goes for it and takes it well. Riddleston then. But he's well tackled by Mike Gregory. Anderson to Whitfield. Whitfield brought down on the halfway line. Gary Stevens to Bond. Bond gets away from 2 tackles, still going. Brought down by Mike Gregory and Billy McGinty. Stevens moving forward. Well tackled again by the substitute McGinty. McCallion on to Juliff. Juliff cross field and another good tackle coming in. 6th tackle then for Halifax. McCallion plays it back to Stevens, to Anderson. Anderson kick through. Brian Carver takes it safely. Cuts inside Anderson. Finally brought down by Riddleston. Ronnie Dwayne takes it himself on the play of the ball, goes across field. Gets away from one tackle. Finally brought down by Robinson and Bond. Kevin Tamati goes himself, running forward and straight and hard once more. Paul Bishop to Les Boyd. Boyd gets the ball back to Johnson. Johnson moving forward. Finally brought down by Tony Anderson. Andy Gregory. Gregory back to Bishop. Bishop now moving forward onto Les Boyd. Boyd gets away now. Boyd's through. He's got place to the right side, and McGinty will go away. McGinty's going for the post, and McGinty will get there. A great try for Billy McGinty. But the referee is penalised. It's disallowed it. Halifax come away with the ball, and that try is disallowed. Meanwhile, Halifax are in possession over on that far side as McGinty's try doesn't count.
He was closer than us.
Stevens, dummies, gets the ball away, ball goes loose, picked up, and must be offside. No, scrum down, says the referee. Well, McGinty there, going for the try line. From our position, not clear to see what happened, but the referee right on the spot gave the free kick to Halifax. And now Halifax make their second substitution. Steve Smith will come on and Colin Whitfield will leave the field. So scrum down inside the Halifax 25. Gregory puts the ball in. And Warrington in possession. Mike Gregory onto Paul Bishop. Bishop onto Gregory. Gregory still going. Finally though brought to the ground by 3 Halifax players. Bishop back to Boyd. Tamati once more. Still going, knocks men off. Pass away to Gregory, a long pass. Carver goes for it, takes it well, comes back inside. Gets the ball back to Dwayne. Dwayne brought to the ground by Steve Smith. Gregory. He's caught though by Juliff. Mike Gregory onto Boyd. Boyd looking for support, back to Mike Gregory. Gregory gets the ball to McGinty. McGinty going for the post, going for the try line. McGinty just stopped short a couple of inches. Wanting to know now pressing. And the referee calls over a Halifax player and appears to have stick the boot in the tackle. Now Warrington have the free kick. So 5 minutes now remain in this Slalom Lager Premiership. So Paul Bishop and goes across the face of the goal, and the score remains Halifax 10, Warrington 26. Drop out then for Halifax. They take it quickly. Brian Johnson comes for it, takes it safely. Runs forward himself, cuts inside one, tackle, Johnson's away, great break here from Johnson, he's going all the way, Johnson will go, no one will stop him, left drive from Brian Johnson, what a fantastic drive from Brian Johnson, he took the ball well inside his own half, he just went through the Halifax defence as if he wasn't there, and scored under the post for the Warrington fans to go wild again, the Warrington players delighted, they both there, Brian Johnson, what a try! What a try for Brian Johnson at the wire. And Brian Johnson, the substitutes. He's done it before and he's done it today. And it looks like if it will be Les Boyd, he'll be collecting the Premiership, and it's there from Paul Bishop. And Warrington have really took command in this second half. It was 10-all at half time, it's now Warrington 32, Halifax 10. And 3 minutes now remain. Kick off, it's a good one, Mike Gregory, great stop there from Mike Gregory, coming away. Touch judge says that his foot was in touch, so play will go back for the scrum down.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Slough Lager Man of the Match Award, the winner this afternoon receives the Harry Sunderland Trophy and a cheque for £250 from Slough Lager.
So the scrum down, Stevens.
Number 8 of Warrington,
Anderson again, Chris Anderson this time going across field, well tackled though and loses the ball goes loose. Halifax back in possession, well that's a knock on, and scrum down. And the man of the match going to the Warrington captain, Les Boyd. Scored the first try of the match and has led his team by example on the pitch. The scrum down, Gregory comes away with it, but the free kick goes to Halifax. 2 minutes now remain. Halifax take the quick tap, Anderson moving forward, faced by Dwayne, and Dwayne brings him down safely. Steve Smith goes himself, blindside, Dwayne's there again along with Paul Bishop to bring him down. This time it's Tony Anderson. Stevens to Juliff charges forward. Good tackle coming in from Mike Gregory and Billy McGinty. McCallion to Stevens, Anderson, loose pass but well taken by Dixon, still going, gets the ball back, finally it's Anderson, Scott is well tackled but he still gets the ball away. Stevens substitutes Smith and Smith's finally brought down. This time it's Stevens, break here now, gets the ball away, Steve Smith once more, but Halifax bunching, getting the ball away though, Mick Scott still going for the corner, and a free kick to Halifax. They take it quickly once more. Now in the last minute of the game, and Halifax are the over in the last minute. No, he's on his back. So now we're into the last minute of the game. And the Primrose and Blue ribbons are on the Premiership trophy. We're now in injury time. Halifax win the scrum. Anderson going across field, gets the ball to Smith. Smith moving forward, still going, but stopped and well tackled. And Paul Bishop comes up with it and Warrington are in possession. No doubt they'll play these 6 tackles out now. Mike Gregory takes it, moving forward, another good run for Mike Gregory. And the Primrose and Blue is being waved at the moment for the Warrington fans. This time it's man of the match, Boyd. Gets their way to Gregory. Gregory moves inside. Gets the ball back to Jackson. Jackson now going across field. Gets the break. Jackson's away. Get a great run here from Jackson. He's got Foster as the ball. Foster's away now. He's got Addison chased him. Foster's still going. Just taps him. Foster gets up in the game. Foster's still going. Finally brought down. Good break there from Jackson. Spotted the gap, sending him out Foster away, but he was just caught by Anderson. Warrington now looking for another try. This time it's Tamati. On to Boyd. Boyd moving forward. Les Boyd will go for another try. Les Boyd, man, the match is there. A great try from Les Boyd. Then just rips Halifax apart in the second half. Les Boyd's over again for his second. And the chance of easy come from the Warrington fans, because they have won the Premiership trophy without any trouble at all. And the Warrington fans chant easy as their team has totally annihilated Halifax in the second half. So Paul Bishop, but the ball just falls down at the important moment. But no doubt there'll be no rush to take it. It's there. Paul Bishop scores the goal. And then it is Warrington, Premiership winners 1986. A totally resounding performance here at Ellen Road. They've beaten Halifax by 38 points to 10. Warrington players victorious in the middle of the field. And the Warrington fans over to our left are jubilant. And in a moment, Les Boyd will walk the steps to collect the Premiership trophy here at Ellen Road in Leeds. The try scored is for Warrington, a try from Foster, Paul Bishop, 2 from Les Boyd, 1 from Tamati, 1 from Jackson and 1 from Johnson. There was 5 goals from Paul Bishop. That has seen them win here by 38 points to 10. And now Les Boyd will go up and collect the Premiership trophy, followed by his teammates who have played as a team this afternoon to win the Slam Lager Premiership trophy. So Les Boyd moving up, being now congratulated by the Warrington fans. Scarves going round the head now of Les Boyd. He's followed by Kevin Tamati and Paul Cullen. And Warrington have their first piece of silverware on the sideboard for some seasons. And Les Boyd now to be presented with a trophy, and there it is, up into the air. Les Boyd holds the Premiership trophy aloft. Followed by Kevin Tamati, Paul Cullen, then McGinty, Billy McGinty, Paul Bishop, Mark Foster, Brian Carbett. After Brian Carbett is Ronnie Dwayne. Ronnie Dwayne's followed by the injured Paul Ford, who went off in the first half. Then Bob Jackson. After Bob Jackson is Brian Johnson, who scored that credit. It's Mark Roberts. And he's followed by Gary Sanderson. And Warrington, Premiership winners 1986. Up cut the Halifax side. Slam Lager winners in the Championship. But this afternoon, didn't get it right, so were totally outplayed really, at 38 points to 10. Chris Anderson there, tried to lead his team well. But on the day, we're totally outclassed. Tony Barrow and Chris Anderson there shake hands. But today, this afternoon, the day belongs to Warrington Rugby League Football Club, winners of the 1986 Rugby League Premiership Trophy, and sportingly applaud their Halifax players as they come down after collecting their losers' medals. And Warrington now will pose for the photographs for the gentlemen of the press. Then they hold Les Boyd up in the air. Warrington there. No doubt delighted with this afternoon's efforts. And now Warrington will go on their lap of honour. The Warrington fans to our right, they're ecstatic at the moment Paul Ford holds the trophy aloft that Warrington have won this afternoon. And it's the Warrington fans who've made the trip over the Pennines who are the jubilant this afternoon. And they will now go to the Warrington fans, the main part, the main bunch over in that far corner. And the Warrington fans over in that far corner now give their players a tremendous round of applause. And the players also applauding their fans. Defeating Halifax today here at Ellen Road in Leeds by 38 points to 10. Warrington players now get a round of applause from the main bunch of Warrington supporters in the main stand. Every player down there delighted. I'm sure there's going to be some celebration down at Warrington tonight. As the players now start to disappear down the tunnel.